Hello everybody, I'm very pleased to welcome you to our inSSIght project webinar dedicated to analyze threats and opportunity in cybersecurity and IoT. I'm Géraldine Andrieux-Augustin, I'm the CEO of BlueMorpho, partner of inSSIght project. BlueMorpho is an innovation accelerator dedicated to deep tech, digital and smart systems. And as partner of the inSSIght project, I'm very pleased to give you a bit more information on inSSIght. inSSIght is a coordination and support action from the European Commission with one aim to foster success of integration of smart systems in the large field of application and products. And inSSIght is also dedicated to open new markets for smart systems. The project has started this year and will run for 2 years, and we will do several webinars to also educate a bit more the market in smart systems and to open opportunities. But let's define first smart systems. We consider smart systems as a combination of different cognitive functions like sensing, actuation, data communication, and also energy management, as you can see in this slide. And all the functions are integrated in a very specific way. Smart systems are especially based on enabled principles like nanoelectronics, microelectronics, but also chemistry, photonics, magnetisms. And of course, the data security is key for smart systems. We need to develop solutions that are reliable, that are autonomous, and with a high level of safety and security. That's the reason why cybersecurity is really of importance to us. And that's why we have decided to dedicate this webinar to the topic of cybersecurity and the Internet of Things. I'm very pleased also to welcome our experts to this webinar. So we have several experts covering different activities. During the webinar, you will hear Alain Mel, Security Strategic Marketing Manager at CLAT. He is also involved in the Security Evaluation Lab of LATI, which also contributes to the French certification for cybersecurity. You will hear also Antonio Escobar from Infineon Technology, and Antonio is also quite active in blockchain and cryptocurrency in parallel to this activity at Infineon. Alexander Pahakurov from Bosch Connected Devices and Solutions. Alexander is specialized in systems architecture and security management. And we will also hear Stefan Noller, CEO of Urbish. Urbish is a startup company active in security of IoT and has developed blockchain technologies to reach this topic. So just to come back to our webinar and the topic of our webinar, we all agree on the opportunity of Internet of Things. It's really represents a promising market. And as you can see on this graph, the IoT market is expected to be massive, from about 15 billion global market in 2015 to more than 75 billion install base in 2025. So some sources like Bain also mentioned that in 2020, annual revenues could exceed more than $470 billion, especially for the IoT vendors selling the hardware, software, and a comprehensive solution. So, of course, when we speak about IoT, we have to consider the application and not only the hardware part. That's why also cybersecurity is very important. And it is especially important when you consider some key data. A recent survey done by KPMG on cybersecurity and IoT has demonstrated that 92% of the IoT users are concerned about cybersecurity. Another survey performed by Ernst & Young in 2015 highlighted that 70% of most commonly used IoT devices contain vulnerabilities. Even more, another study done by Accenture and that involved 20,000 consumers highlighted the fact that 47% of consumers said that security may keep them away from adopting IoT devices. So This survey shows very nicely that cybersecurity has moved from being like a nagging problem to a barrier to consumer adoption. So cybersecurity is part and will be part of the success of the IoT markets. And to finalize this introduction, I'd like to name Kevin Ashton, which is known for coining the IoT, Internet of Things world, I will say. And he said that when we asked him the question, what does a good Internet of Things strategy include? He said, one of the most important things is a robust plan for keeping your system secure. 84% of Internet of Things adopters said they have experienced at least one Internet of Things security breach, with malware, spyware, and human errors being the most common problems. 93% of the executives expect Internet of Things security breaches to occur in the future. So this information is really key to us, of course. We are all here to support the emergence of IoT business, and that's why the cybersecurity problems is key to us, and we would like to turn it into a business opportunity for players in the smart systems field. So let's start this webinar by asking quick questions to our experts.